Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in...
Go West, old man.
Come in the living room, Harry. Sit down.
Thanks, Pat.
Would you like a cup of tea, Mr. Whittle? There's one in the pot.
Oh, it's very much, Sue. Or as the French say, makey.
Would you like one, Alfie?
Yeah, no, thanks. I've had two and one's enough for me. Usually, I mean, it isn't now because I've had two, so I don't want one. Yeah. How long have you been here, Mr. Whittle? No, not there in that chair. There next door in that chair. The house. How long?
I'm sorry, Alfie, you lost me when you were still drinking that cup of tea in that chair there.
Alfie was asking how long you've been living next door.
Oh, that's dead clever, Sue. You ought to be at the United Nationals as an interpolator for the foreigners.
Look, Alfie, Mr. Whittle moved in next door yesterday with his father.
Oh, I didn't know he had a father, Mr. Whittle. Well, I knew you had one, because you have to have. I mean, we all have. I mean, none of us would be here if it wasn't for your father. I mean, ours, mine. I mean, how old is he?
Well, don't ask me, it's your father. But what am I talking about?
He's over 80.
Yeah, that's right, sir. 85 he is.
Fancy him living on his own all this time.
Oh, yes, I was tired of asking him, but he said he liked to be independent. Anyway, now that I've given up the flat and rented this house, he's finally agreed to recapitulate and muck in with me.
Is Mrs. Butterworth not coming back then? Because she lives there. But she doesn't now. I mean, she would do if she was here, but she's gone.
She's not the only one.
You know, Alfie, she's at Great Yarmouth with her son, and she's not coming back for 2 years.
Oh, you'll have it all to yourself, Mr. Whittle, except for your dad. But I've changed my mind. I will have one. A cup of tea, I mean, not a dad. I've got one.
So is your father. A right one.
Come away in, Mr. Whittle.
Welcome to the House of Fun. Look at our Susan and have a good laugh.
You're a proper little caution, you are.
Don't you be cheeky.
Susan, you shouldn't talk like that to Mr. Whittle's dad. He's our guest. Make yourself comfortable, Mr. Whittle. Pull up Alfie and sit down.
You won't be able to sit down if you don't stop being funny. Now, Mr. Whittle, this is my daughter, Pat, and my granddaughter, Susan.
Hello, Mr. Whittle.
Hello.
Hello there, me dears. But it's going to be a pleasure living next door to somebody so pretty.
Now, Mr. Whittle, I'm not pretty, just handsome.
Oh, turn it off, Jim. Dad, this is Alfie Hall here.
Oh, hello, lad. You must be one Jimmy was telling me about. But you look all right to me.
No. Yes, I do. I mean, I am fine. Not look, feel, because I can't look at me. Well, I can in the mirror, but I'm not. Hello.
You're right, Jim, lad. You can't always go by looks.
Would you like a cup of tea, Mr. Whittle?
It's a bit confusing, isn't it, Derry, saying that? No, not saying a cup of tea, saying his name, Mr. Whittle. Because it might be him. They're both the same, you see. No, not the same. One's older, but they're both Whittles. He's the dad, the older one, I mean.
Shut up, Alfie.
Yes, I'm out of breath listening to him.
Well, do you want one, Mr. Whittle? A cup of tea, I mean.
Oh, aye. Yes, please. That's what you were asking me before Alfie started saying whatever it was that he was saying.
But I was telling you your name's Whittle. Well, you knew that, but I was telling you that your son's name's Whittle, and that's funny. No, not it isn't because you're his dad. No, well, what the man was...
Oh, please, Alfie, put a sock in it.
You won't stop Alfie by putting a sock in it. For his mouth, you need a pair of bother boots.
Well, your dad hasn't been round here, Harry. Did you want him for something?
Hi, Paris, tea's ready. Nothing outrageous. Just a pan of scouse and a gas ring. I never was one for the culinary arts. But you know what happens if you leave it too long? It goes dry and starts to coagravate.
Yes. Well, Father's out in the front garden. Perhaps he's seen your dad.
I know, I asked Pete before I come in. He hasn't clasped eyes on him either.
Well, I know how you must feel. It's annoying when they disappear at meal times.
I know, Pat, but it's me old dad's age. It don't mean no harm, and any road, I don't like telling the old geezer off, because I'm not much of an expert on chastity.
Well, I know one thing. I hope I'm as sprightly when I'm 85.
Oh, I'll say that for him. He carries his age well, especially after closing time.
Well, look, ask Jimmy if he's seen him. I think he's playing in the back garden.
Oh, right, sure, Pat. I'll go and have a gander in the goose dog.
Cheerio, Harry.
Oh, there's young Jim. Hello, my little whacker.
Keep your voice down. This is Indian territory. If the Cherokees find us here, we'll end up having a bath in a cooking pot.
I get it, Jim. Cowboys and Indians.
Button your lip, hombre, and don't make a sound till we hear from old Pardon the Gabby. I arranged to meet him here in Dead Man's Swamp.
Where, Jim?
Me granddad's strawberry bed. Gabby's hiding around these here parts. He'll be waiting for the signal. Click, woo. Click, woo. Now he should answer.
What's that supposed to be?
An owl hooting.
Sounded more like a woodpecker with its head stuck in a knothole. Hey, wait a minute. I recognise them Dorset tones. That's me old Dar's voice.
Okay, Gabby, I got your signal. Just mosey out from behind them bushes. The trail's easy to find. Turn left at the rhubarb and it's the first past the compost heap. If you can't see your way, smell your way.
Here I am, Jimmy the Kid. Howdy, partner.
Howdy, Gabby.
What's he supposed to be, Jim?
He's the old army scout who's a blood brother of the Mohicans. His Indian name is Wise Old Toothless One. Me and him work for the greatest hero of the Wild West, the Virginian.
Oh, yeah, he's on the telly, isn't he, Jim? Never dresses colourfully. Always has black habits.
Yeah, he's over here on a stage show. I'm going to see it tomorrow night at the Empire. He's got rope spinners, Indians throwing knives, and a real saloon fight where baddies get chucked right off the stage. It's that dangerous, the orchestra have to wear crash helmets.
Jimmy, your tea's nearly ready.
Okay, Ma. If you guys will pardon me, I'll just head for the chip wagon and my pork and beans. See you at the Indian camp for the powwow.
See you later, Jim. Hi-yo, Silver.
Why, he's going back a bit. Howdy, Ma. And who's this dude from Dodge City?
Hello there, James.
Well, if it ain't the wicked Judge Brocklebank. Judge, when I was in town, I picked up a 10-gallon hat for you. But I'm afraid it'll give you a headache.
Oh, why?
You got a 12-gallon head.
Look, just let the cowboys and Indians rest for a while.
All right, Mama. Shall I set the table?
No, thanks. I want my best tea service to last a few more years yet. Tell Susan to set the table. She's in the front room.
Oh, perhaps I could lend a hand.
Oh, no, Mr. Brocklebank. You wouldn't want to go wearing yourself out, lifting them heavy knives and forks up and down.
Don't be cheeky. You were going to get me those papers that you left in your coat in the hall, Humphrey.
Oh, yes. After you, James.
No, age before beauty.
Just keep out of mischief.
Don't worry, Ma'am. I'll see he behaves himself. Hey, Mr. Brocklebank, would you like a bit of fun?
It's nothing dangerous, is it?
Listen, you heard who's in the front room? Calamity Sue, queen of the gambling saloons. With her Indian brave from Oldham, Alfie Hole in the head. I wonder what they're up to.
James, come away from that keyhole.
Why, did you want to listen?
Yes, no. Shut up.
Yes, I will. Then we can both listen.
Oh, Susan, I'm right enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes, it is funny, isn't it?
Hey, listen, Judge Brocklebank. Sounds like the Indian brave's tickling Calamity Sue with his feather.
James, we shouldn't be listening at the door like this.
Well, let's go on the roof and listen down the chimney.
I meant that we shouldn't be eavesdropping. What Susan and Alfred are doing in there is their business.
Yeah, and it sounds like business as usual.
Look at Scream. You're Jimmy lying on a rug with no clothes on.
Hey, they're looking at my photo in the snapshot album.
I've got dimples in funny places.
Yes, and isn't he fat?
Where's my scout knife? I've got a scalping job here. Judge, round up a lynch mob.
Oh, shut up and behave. Excuse me while I get the papers from my coat.
Right. I'll teach 'em to laugh at me. Break it up, you two. Back to your own wigwams.
What do you want, mischief?
An apology for laughing at my photo.
Ah, we couldn't help laughing. You look so funny. No teeth, funny toes, and look, stuck up in the air, you great big citter-pug. I shouldn't say that, should I, Susan?
Don't say anything till he's gone. Ignore him.
Listen, sister dear. When you finish clucking like an old hen, my man wants you to lay the table.
Yeah, well, come on then. I'll give you a hand, Sister Hen. Old Susan. See, let's get clucking, cracking, laying the table.
That was the Indian from Oldham, Alfie Hole in the Head, who disgraced his tribe when he went on Oldham's football ground, shouted, "Crew Alexandra for the cup," and drove his dad up the totem pole.
Ha, very funny. Now get out and leave us alone.
All right, I'll go. Alfie, me leave you with Susan Paleface. Paleface, very good name for Susan. She got face like a bucket.
I'll smack you.
All right, keep your eyelashes on. He's funny as Alfie. Whenever I see him with our Susan, he's always upsetting her.
Oh, there you are, my lad. I want a word with you.
Well, if the word's money, I'll listen.
Now, that'll do. He's here, Higgy.
Oh, good. Which shall we do first, Pete? The talking or the clouting?
Leave him to me, Higgy. Jimmy, did you tie Ossie to a lamppost this morning?
Me? Now, why would I tie Ozzy to a lamppost?
Since when did you have to have a reason?
Listen, Jimmy. Ossie said you tied him to a lamppost.
Well, he's wrong. It was Charlie Thompson. I only chalked the marks on his face.
Marks on his face? What are you talking about?
Well, when you're a proper Indian who does something wrong, you have the mark of disgrace drawn on your face.
Mark of disgrace? He came home looking like a circus clown.
No, it's them baggy fancy wears. Charlie Thompson said it, Grandad. He said they were Mr. Higginbottom's old flannels cut down.
Pete, will you go out and order a gravestone? You're going to need one.
Now, look here, you young scamp. You're asking for it.
And if I can find my rolling pin, he's going to get it.
Oh, hello, ma'am. I went your errand to tell Susan about laying the table. I'm good, aren't I?
Yes, good for nothing. I heard all that just now, you young hooligan.
But, ma'am, I didn't tie Ozzy to the lamppost. I just borrowed your clothesline.
What?
I'm not sure what I mean.
Well, I mean to teach you a lesson. After what you've done today, you're not going to the Empire tomorrow night.
Oh, but, ma'am, it's the Wild West show. I've bought my own ticket with my spending money that Alfie's given me for the next 6 weeks.
You can cut that out. You're not going to the Empire, and that's final.
Oh, please, Mrs., let him go. Please. I mean, then perhaps he could be the target in the knife-throwing act.
No, Mr. Higginbottom. Let's give him a real target to go at. Like your Ozzy's big fat tum.
Now listen, Dad, I've washed up, I got you some coal in and a bottle of lemonade. Is there anything else you want before I go to the match?
Match? No, but you can borrow me lighter.
Not that sort of match, you old bassoon. You know, Corn United, shoot the left, get it knotted in. We shall not be moved.
Oh, has your cricket season started already?
Oh, Jim, Alice, is enough to drive you to de-restriction. You see, he knows what I mean, but he just gets fun out of being obsolete.
Well, I'll give him your message after you've gone. I hope you enjoy the match.
Don't worry, I will. Where's the Jerry's say? Alf Finkelstein.
And, reservoir to you, Mr. Whittle. Ta-ra!
He's funny, my lad, Harry Jim. A typical liver pudding. He'll be all right when he grows up. Of course, I come from Manchester myself. We had emigrated to Liverpool before he was born. Hey, well, did you get them for me?
Yeah. Here you are. A quarter of jelly babies.
Oh, smashing. I'm a lad for jelly babies. Thanks for not letting on to my Harry.
Oh, that's all right. But But it seems daft to me.
What does?
I've heard of people who smuggle watches and diamonds, but I'll bet I'm the only jelly baby smuggler in the country.
Well, thanks for not telling. The doctor said I'm not supposed to have them because of my indigestion. That's when I pretend I can't hear.
Well, if they make you ill, it'll be my fault. So to be on the safe side, I'll eat half of them myself.
Right, you're a real pal, you are. I hope I can do you a good turn sometime.
Never mind sometime. How about tonight?
You what?
I've just had a smashing idea, but you'll have to help me.
We'll have to do something naughty.
Well, sort of.
What's your little idea, eh?
Well, it was just that if I came round here for the night but didn't, I could go and see the show at the Empire that you don't know anything about. You follow me?
Follow you? I'm half a mile in front of you, you crafty little beggar.
Now, look, I don't mind you keeping old Mr. Whittle company tonight, but no cowboys and Indians.
Oh, he's got a better idea, ma'am. He'd like to show me how to put a ship in a bottle.
Oh, how interesting. I've often wondered about that, you know. How do they get the ship in the bottle?
Ah, well, they float it in on the tide after they've got the wind right.
Wind? What wind?
You should know. You're asking all the questions.
Just a minute, if I'm asking... See? It's a leg pull, is it?
No, they drag it in with a rope. Mind, you have to pull the cork out first.
All right, my lad. At least you'll be learning something useful from old Mr. Whittle.
I know, Grandad, and if I put a ship in all your empty bottles, we'll have a bigger fleet than the Spanish Armada.
Now then, that'll do.
Mother, that was Sally Barnes on the phone.
Oh, yes, what did you want?
Well, she's got to go to London tomorrow for an interview, and she wants her hair doing.
So she sent for Sweeney Sue, the demon barber of Lilac Avenue.
Shut up, you. Mother, when Alfie comes, will you tell him where I've gone? I'll be back at about 9.
Yes, I'll tell him, love.
Well, I think it's time I called for Harry Whittle.
Why, is it his turn to pay?
Aye, how did you... Now, that'll do you. Are you coming?
I'll be round in a few minutes, Grandad.
And don't be too late coming back.
Oh, he'll be back when the beer runs out.
I mean you.
But I drink dandelion and burdock. Oh, sorry, I'll be out as soon as it's finished.
As soon as what's finished?
The show, the ship, in the gun, the bottle. A life on the ocean wave is better than going to sea.
Come in, Jim. The coast clear.
Good. No sign of enemy ships.
Chips? Aye, I'll go out for some later on. Come on. It's just 6 o'clock and my son Harry's gone out, so we're all right till he comes out of money.
Oh, I know he's gone out. He went with me Grandad to the Rose and Crown.
I know, they asked me to go, but I said I couldn't. I said I'd to see a lad about a ship.
Well, so far so good. They're out. Our Susan's out. My mum's watching Little Women on the telly, so it'll take her an hour to dry her handkerchiefs out.
Aye, when I saw it, I cried with laughing and all.
So I'll just wait for 2 minutes, then slip out your back door and off to the Empire.
Good, good. I told you I'd fix it. Man, I was going to show you how to put the ship in the bottle, so come and look, it's all ready for going in.
Oh, it's lovely. Hey, it must be smashing making these.
You must be joking. I ate it.
Oh, give over. Where's the bottle?
That rum bottle on the shelf there.
But you can't put the ship in that.
Oh, that'll give me a lot of pleasure.
But it's still got a lot of rum in it. You'll have to empty it.
Like I said, that'll give me a lot of pleasure.
Mr. Whittle, I've heard of bottling pickles, but I'll bet you're the only one who gets pickled bottling ships.
Excuse me, the door's open, Mr. Whittle, Jimmy. Not Mr. Whittle, Jimmy. I mean, there's two of you.
Yes, come in, Alfie, and there'll be 2.5.
That's a good one.
No, your man said come round. Not your man, Mr. Whittle. You're 85, so she must be. You remember, I'm Susan's boyfriend. She said come round here, Mrs. Clitheroe. I'm courting her. No, not her.
I see. Do they know you've escaped?
No. I came with that. You escaped? But I don't get you.
You're not having me. Jim, what's he on about?
I don't know. What do you want, Alfie? I've got to get going.
You better get going where?
To the Wild West, Wild Windjammer, bottling the ship.
But that's what your man said. You were around here having a bottle. Bottling a shipple. Bottle. Putting a cork in it. Shipping it. I've come to watch.
You can't.
Can't what?
Watch.
I've left it at home. Have you got the time, Mr. Whittle?
Yes, time you were off out again.
You what?
It means it's time him and me were off, in the kitchen. Come on, Rip Van Whittle.
What, in the kitchen? I think I see.
Damn me well, then.
Well, Alfie's his usual self. Let's worry about me. I mean us. Now listen, Mr. Whittle. I can't go to the Empire while Alfie's here, or my mum will find out what I've done.
Why? What have you done?
Nothing. I told you.
Oh, yes, you were going to get out of here without me knowing, but now you can't 'cause he'll know. That fool in there, and he might tell.
Yeah.
We'll have to get rid of him. I could give him a gentle hint.
It'd have to be with a sledgehammer.
Well, I've got an old mallet here. I could knock him on the head.
No. If you hit him on his head, it might bring him to his senses.
Hey, well, couldn't we put him in a sack and dump him in Ship Canal?
Of course not. I get 10 new pence a week spending money off him.
Oh, well, I've had another idea. The doctor gave me these sleeping pills. I have to take 2 for a good night's rest. Oh, from the look of that lad in there, one should do him.
You can't do that. It's not right. It's... Would it work?
Go and ask him if he'd like some lemonade and leave the rest to me. Now, that's yours, Jim, and that's the one with the pill in. Don't mix them up.
Don't worry. I'll have a drink out of mine, so I'll be sure which is which. Right, off we go. Here we are, Alfie. A nice glass of lemonade.
Oh, thanks, Jim. That'll just put me right.
Right on your back.
You what?
He wants the glasses back, so drink up. Not that one, that's mine. Yours is the full one with the pill. Pip, pip, pip. Pip, pip. Cheerio.
Jimmy, here a minute. Come here, lad.
Right, I'm coming. Won't be a sec, Alfie. What is it, Mr. Whittle?
Oh, what a nice lad. Fancy giving me the full glass and leaving himself short. I'll top his glass up out of mine. That's better.
No, one's enough, Mr. Whittle.
One what, Jimmy?
One glass. Don't drink that. It's mine. I've told you. Yours is the full one.
No, it's very nice of you, Jimmy, but I want you to have a full one, but that's why I topped...
Give it here. You drink that one. That's full.
Yes, but I'm... Well, all right, then, here goes. Down the hat.
And on the floor.
All ship, lad. Now for some fun. Just relax a minute and everything will be fine.
You keep saying that, but when are we going to start on the boat?
Jim, I think I'd better get me mallet after all.
No, it's all right, Mr. Whittle. He's nearly off. His face is going blurred.
Jimmy, are you all right?
Me? Worry about yourself. You're getting sleepy, aren't you? The lights are going dim. Won't be long now, Mr. Whittle. Before I'm watching the Virginian and the Empire. Ooh. Shh. It's a secret. But Alfie can't hear. He's nearly off. His head's going round and round.
Can I say something?
Hey, oh, where am I?
Keep walking, Jim, till the effect of the pill wears off.
Yes, your mother's wait. What pill?
Your pill, Alfie, that put you out and made you all sleepy. Cubby, you daft old Indian scout.
Excuse me, Mr. Whittle, but your front door was open and nobody seemed to hear me knock, so Jimmy, what's the matter with you?
We're walking him down and up. Down, up, down.
I can see that, but why?
I just fancied a straw.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Clitheroe. Fancy you coming. We were just going to walk Jimmy home.
Yeah, Mum. I think it's my bedtime.
Bedtime? It's 6:25.
Oh, good. I'm just... What time?
6:25.
Oh, well, it hasn't started yet. I mean...
You mean the Wild West show? I thought you'd come back and ask me again. I decided to let you go, but not to tell you until the last minute.
Oh, thanks, Mum. If I hurry, I could just make it.
You're not going now. You're not well.
I'm fine, Mum. It's just that we were giving Alfie a sleep, giving him a...
What?
Nothing. I'll be all right, Mum. If you walk me to the bus.
You're worn out. The only place you're going, my lad, is bed.
Your mum's right, Ginny.
Oh, shut up, you. It's all your fault. You doped me, giving me the lemonade with the sleeping pill.
What?
Oh, heck.
It's not my fault, Mrs. I just happened to come in and they were playing with me sleeping pills.
Jimmy, what's this about sleeping pills?
Mr. Whittle, give me Mum them pills. You won't need them anymore.
What do you mean?
The next time you can't sleep, just come round to see me and bring your mallet.
Those involved with the Clitheroe kit this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, Tony Melody as Mr. Higginbottom, Brian Truman as Mr. Whittle, Colin Edwin as Humphrey Brocklebank, and Joe Gladwin as old Mr. Whittle. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
Well, you'll never believe it, but old Mr. Whittle bought my ticket off me and went to the Wild West show himself. He went for a drink, took the wrong turning, and finished up on the stage. He thought he was a volunteer to ride the bucking bronco. He rolled 3 times round the stage, fell off, and finished up sitting in the ice cream girl's tray. The funny thing is, he gave him